All right, guys, you should be able to see me in the YouTube link. I'm just helping a few more people figure out how to get in there. So if you are here, beginner workshop or intermediate workshop, we'll just get started in 2 minutes, okay? Let's go, let's go, let's go. We're gonna do this. And just comment and see if the commenting functionality works. No, all these videos are live. These videos are live right now. So you should be able to see my screen. Okay, so let's get started. We are going to code an Among Us, all right? That's the plan. So let's get started with Among Us. Here's what we're gonna do. We are gonna go through this step by step, all right? And hopefully by the end of it, we will have Among Us going. Vasco, who are you talking to? I don't know who you're talking to. Beginner or intermediate? Okay, so if you are here, let's get started with the first one. So first thing what we want to do is we want to make, oh, is the video not playing? Let me check. Okay, no, it's working. All right, cool. So we're gonna start with the backpack of Among Us, okay? So Among Us backpack time, we need to draw this guy first. So we're gonna learn the first thing. The first thing that we are gonna learn, beginner should be working, guys. We're right here. Let's see. Beginner should be working, guys. We're right here. Yeah, okay, you guys should be able to hear me. Cool, so let's start with the backpack. For the backpack, we are going to first draw this rectangle, okay? So this rectangle, let's just try this. Rect, 100, 200, 150, 100. Okay, so we got this rectangle. So what this is doing is we have the X and the Y coordinates of the bottom left corner. So if we do 150, this moves right, okay? If we do 100, this moves back. If we do 250, this goes up, right? If we do 450, this goes way up, right? So therefore, this controls X and Y. We need to put this at X125 and Y155. Okay, so we do this at X125 and Y155. So that's in the right position, all right? Now, we want to make this like sort of square. So why don't we make this, these numbers are important, 90, 80, okay? So as I'm doing this, guys, you guys can also go ahead and do the same thing, okay? Okay, wait, let me just help the Zoom people once. Hey guys, if you're watching this on Zoom, don't be watching this on Zoom. You want to click either the beginner or the intermediate workshops links in Zoom chat and join that instead. Okay, so there we go. So now we've got a square. Now we got to do is make it red. So to do red, before this, we will write the words fill red. Whoa, red. Fill red. All right? So now we got, and you guys can follow along, okay? You guys can code along with me at the same time. So fill red, rectangle. Now what we got to do is put in a black surrounding. Oh, you know what? I think we should make the background gray first, right? Why don't we make the background gray? Otherwise the surrounding won't work. So gray. Cool. All right, we got a gray background going. We got a red box. Now we just got to add the black surrounding box. So for the black surrounding box, this is what we do. You ready for this? We do stroke black. So stroke controls the color of the border, and then stroke weight, we can make it 10. That controls the thickness of the border, all right? So stroke makes the color black. So for example, if I make this yellow, now my Among Us character is gonna have a yellow surrounding, which makes no sense. Let's keep this as black, right? Stroke weight controls how thick the border is. If I do 100 thickness, it's gonna be a super thick border. Like it's just border basically, right? So remember, however, in the stroke weight, the spelling matters, okay? So W needs to be capital W. And be careful with spacing and things, okay? If you're having errors, just come back and just make sure everything is exactly like this. So the commas, the spacing, the closed parentheses, it should be exactly like this, all right? Okay, awesome, awesome. Now, what we realize is, however, these edges are rounded, right? This rectangle edges is rounded. So you ready for this? What you can do in rectangle, after 80, we can add one more number. And this number controls how rounded the edges are. How cool is that? So if I do 15, if I do 30, even more rounded, 50, it becomes basically a circle. That's pretty cool, right? So I think for this one, 10 looks good, right? 10 looks pretty good. Let's see, what did they do? 10, all right. So now we got the backpack, right? We got a good backpack going. Now we want to get a second thing on here for shading. So this color here, the reason we're adding this is if you notice in the final Among Us, you see how there's two colors over here in the backpack, right? There's a top backpack color and a bottom backpack color. So we're gonna add the bottom backpack color now, all right? So what we'll do is, let's come back to the second milestone. We're gonna add this rectangle. So this rectangle you'll see is at 130, 160, right? So what we'll do is come back down here, do rectangle, 130, 160, and we can do, width needs to be slightly more, so we can do like 110, and height needs to be slightly less, so we can do like 60 maybe, right? I think that should be right. Let's check the answers. 130, 160, 90, 60. I did too large. 90, 60. There we go. But you'll notice how this rectangle has no border, right? So for no border, what do we got to do? We just got to remove the stroke, all right? So to remove the stroke, interestingly, it's pretty simple. Before the rectangle, we write no stroke. And that removes the border. Okay, so we've removed the border. We need to change the color now. So let's change the color. Again, above the rectangle, we'll write the words fill, open parentheses, open quotation marks, and let's put maroon. Okay, so we got a no border, we got a different color. Now what we got to do is we've got to add the rounded corners. Oh, you know what? This is looking a bit low. I think I need to move this up a little bit, right? So let's move this up by like 10 points. So the second one is the Y. So let's move this up by 10 points. Okay, this is looking much better. Now I just got to add the rounded corners. So I'm going to do a comma at the end and put a 10. So this is weird. There's like a little bit of a gap showing. So maybe let me reduce the roundedness to 5. Ooh, that looks good. Okay, that's perfect. That is perfect. We have our Among Us character going. A+. All right, now we've got the backpack done. Let's go down and we will do the main body. So by this time, you guys should be realizing the pattern, right? We're just gonna be able to make the entire Among Us character actually with just rectangles. Like how cool is that, right? So let's go back. So let's go back here. How would we make this? We've got a rectangle here with a few rounded edges, a thick background, and I think we're staying with maroon. I think we're staying with maroon. So let's try this. Our rectangle's at 150x, 150y. So let's come down here. Rectangle, 150x, 150y. And then it's kind of wide and tall. I'm just gonna look at the answers for this. It's 110 wide, 150 tall. 110 wide, 150 tall. There we go. We've got our main body going, right? This is the main body rectangle. Cool. So now we got the main body rectangle going. Now we've got to add in all these other pieces. So thick black border and a rounded edge. So I'll do stroke again, black. So notice the difference, right? So we have no stroke for no border, stroke black for black border. And what you'll notice is anything that comes after no stroke, so this rectangle here had no border, but whatever comes after stroke black has a border. Okay, so in code, sequence matters. The order that you go in makes a difference, all right? Okay, perfect. Let me also put in the storytelling workshop in Zoom actually. Again, Zoom guys, reminder, if you're still in the Zoom and not in another call, click on either one of the workshops, beginner, intermediate, or storytelling. Okay, cool. We're back here. Stroke black. Now we got to add in a roundedness. So let's do 40. Ooh, this is good, right? This is good. Let's see, what did they do for, oh, they did 50. Okay, fine, let's do 50 roundedness. Might as well. All right, guys, this is starting to look like a pretty good Among Us character, I'm not gonna lie. And we are doing fantastically on time. Let's move this here a little bit. Okay, what do we want to do next? We've got the body going. Oh, okay, we just got to add a rectangle here for the main section of the body. Okay, so we're still at 150x, 150y. So I'll do rect 150x, comma 150y. I guess the width would be the same, right? Because this width is the same. The height just needs to be a little bit less. So the height needs to be like maybe 100. Oh, dude, what a guess. What a legendary guess. This is perfect. This is perfect. Okay. And I think this rectangle has no curvature on it. So we are good to go. This is awesome. We have flown through this. All right, milestone number 5. We got to add the legs. Oof, guys, the legs are tough, all right? The legs are tricky. But I think we can do this. So legs, again, we've got another rectangle at 150x, 115y. And it's short and tall, right? So let's come into here. Rectangle, 150x. No, what did it say? Yeah, 150x, 115y. It's short. No, sorry, it's thin. So it'd be like maybe 40. And it's tall, so maybe like 100. Oh, that looks like a good leg, right? That looks like a really good leg. What does the answer say? Whoops. The answers say 4,500. Oh, I was so close. Okay, 4,500. And now we just got to make the legs a bit rounded. So I'll look at the answers again. They've got a roundedness of 15. Ooh, this is fantastic. First leg done, and guess what? I'm gonna copy paste for the second leg. All right, so second leg is the same. We just got to move it right a little bit. So the X will probably become 200. Oh, 20, 200. Nope, 240. Nope, too much. 210? I think so. So you notice, so what we'll see, let's take a look at the answers here. What you'll notice for the second leg, this second leg looks a little bit smaller, right? Do you guys notice how the second leg looks a little bit smaller? So let's take a look at the final output. If you notice in the final output of the Among Us characters, the two legs are actually different sizes. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna make the second leg a little bit smaller so that it looks more three-dimensional, all right? So let's come back to the answers for the second leg. So the second leg is at 220x and 120y. So it's at 220x and 120y. So it's a bit higher. You see how this was like 115y? This is at 120y. So this is a bit higher. And then I think it might also be, this one's 4100. So this is thinner. So this is 45, this is 40. So this is thinner. All right, so we got 45,100. Cool. This looks good. This looks like a right size leg now, okay? Cool, what do we want to do now? We want to make Oh yeah, we want to cover up all of this stuff, right? All of these lines over here, we want to cover these lines up, right? That's what we want to do. So we need to add a big rectangle here again without a stroke and just cover up everything. Let's see if this works. Rectangle, 150, 150, 100, 100. And we want no stroke above it. No stroke. Ooh, okay. It's not quite right. It has to move right a little bit. 160. Nope, too much. 155. That looks right, but it's not tall enough. Does that have to be taller? Yeah, it has to be taller as well. So 160. This, I don't know. I'm looking at the answers. I'm looking at the answers, guys. 155, 155, 100, 100. 155, 155. There we go. 100, 100. What an awesome, awesome character. We're almost there. Almost there. This is only going to get cooler and cooler. Because what you can do now is we can, once we make this, right, we can start editing any of the colors and keep making new Among Us characters in a flash. All right. Okay, so now we need to add this part. So this part again, like you've guessed it, it's another rectangle. All right. So let's do this. X 175, Y 175. So we'll come back here, rectangle, X 175, Y 175. And then how much is the width and height? 80, 120. 80, 120. Oh, but it needs to be a different color. So I need to add fill before this. So fill red. Oh, good. Okay. So we got a rectangle in the right place with this numbers, the right color, but now we just need a bit of roundedness. So let's do like 50 roundedness. Oh, nice. This looks good. 60 roundedness. Maybe 70 roundedness. I don't know. What did the answer say? Oh, it's 50 roundedness. Okay, cool. 50 roundedness. There we go. This is starting to look like a Among Us character. All right, now the last step is the visor. And the visor, like any other shape on here, the visor is again a rectangle. So let's put this rectangle. So X 175, 210. Rectangle at 175, 210. And I'm going to guess the width and height. 100 width, 50 height. Okay, we've got a box here, but it's the wrong color. So I need to do fill cyan. Oh, okay. We've got it in the right place now. Okay, I think it's like the right place. I think it's the right color. And I think we are going to be able to salvage this. Okay, so let's take a look at the answers for the shape. 175, 210, 150. What did I put? 100. I got it right. Let's go. Okay, now the curvature is just got to be 30. Ooh, I think this is it. What's missing? What is missing? Oh, the border. We've got to add a border. Okay, so I need to do stroke black. Let's go, we got it. This is now a complete Among Us character. We have all of the things in here as they are needed. Okay, so the Among Us character just took us, can you believe it, only rectangles to draw these beautiful Among Us characters. Now, hopefully you're able to follow through and also able to write down this code as you were going through and writing the code. All right. If not, this link, this page, the answers page, will be available to everybody. So you can just use the answers from here. But all right, let's now play around with this and let's see what we can do with the Among Us character and change it. So for example, just by changing this to yellow, I can make a different Among Us character, right? Just by changing this to blue, I've got a different Among Us character. So I like cyan quite a bit. Why don't we try and change some of these other colors? So let's go to the top. Let's make this green. Nice, we've got a green backpack. Let's make the follow-on color to be orange. Oh, very nice. This guy looks so funny. I can't get over it. No, I actually don't like orange at all. Orange looks ugly. Let's do purple. Oh, nice. Purple's good. Okay, purple's good, but then I need to change this one here. So let me come down. This one, I think it's this one, right? So I need to change this to, let's do, what should we do? Black. that doesn't work. Oh, can we do white? Oh my God, white works. Oh, this looks like a Japanese anime character now. This is so scary. Let's do yellow. Maybe yellow will work now. Nah, maybe green again. Oh, okay, yeah, not too terrible. But then this cyan doesn't look good. For cyan, maybe we can do orange. Yeah, I think that will be fine. So for those of you who were able to follow along, what we can do actually with colors, if you're limited by colors, we're going to learn something on how we can get any color in the world, okay? So I'm going to Google search. I'm going to open a new tab and search RGB color picker. Okay, RGB color picker. And with this color picker tool, I can choose any exact color that I want. Oh, maybe we should make this a Barbie one. Okay, perfect. So if I want this exact pink, right? If I want a real hot pink, then what I can do is find the color, and at the bottom left, you'll see these 3 numbers, right? So I want to copy these 3 numbers. So let me show you what I mean here. At the bottom left, you see these 3 numbers, RGB. So if you've guessed it, RGB stands for red, green, and blue. Okay, so let's copy these 3 numbers. These are the red, green, and blue numbers. And instead of the orange, actually, let me change the purple. Let's go back to purple. Yeah. Instead of the text, you remove the entire color, okay? Including the quotations. You have to remove the quotations also. So I remove these quotations, and then I put just the 3 numbers. Do you get it? So with these 3 numbers, I can choose the exact color that I want because it is a RGB color picker. Right? So RGB color picker can go here. You can pick any color that you want. Let's search for Barbie Among Us character. Do they have that? Ooh, okay. Pink, light pink, cyan, and yellow hair. All right. So we've got the pink here. So now we need a lighter pink. So lighter pink means this. No, even lighter maybe? Okay. So the visor is lighter pink. So now for the visor, I'm going to go down to orange and remove all of orange and put this lighter pink. Ooh, okay. This is good. And then I think it was yellow for the, it was yellow right here? Or was it yellow hair? I think this is all right. I think this is okay. Okay, this is our Barbie character. All right, Q&A time. So something's wrong with the coding software. It won't load. I tried to reload it, but it doesn't work. It's the beginner one, by the way. Okay, let's see. So if you are in the beginner workshop, this is what you should be seeing. So you'll be seeing this over here, and then you should just be writing code over here. So this does seem to work. If it stops working, you can reload, writing code over here, and just start again. If you reload, you lose your progress, right? So then you'll just have to follow along. Well, let me do this. Why don't I copy paste all my code into the chat? Ooh, that doesn't come out nicely. Why don't I copy all my code in the beginners Slack channel? So if you're on, Discord channel. So if you're on Discord, I'm gonna copy paste my code over so you can use this code. Remember, the code you're gonna get is this ugly looking Barbie Among Us character. So when you go in Discord in the beginners channel, then you will have to change the colors yourself. But that's good because this will force you to learn how to change the colors, right? Okay, I think let's go back to the Barbie one. Barbie Among Us character. It was, oh, dark pink, light pink, cyan. Oh, okay, okay. It was light, cyan was the eyes. Oh, my apologies. Instead of, it was cyan here. I think this, instead of yellow, it was dark pink here. Oh, light pink here. So we need this number over here. And we need to put the light pink numbers in this. There we go. Okay, now we got a good one. Now at the top, I'll remove the background one as well and make this light pink as well. There we go. Okay, this is starting to look good. And now we got to give this yellow hair. So let's see. This is going off script, okay? So this, I don't know if this is going to work. So we got to make a new rectangle at, let's do it 150x, 300y, and 100 width, 20 height. And then we'll do, I guess we don't need a border for the hair. And we need to make it yellow, so fill yellow. Okay. Let's just move this a bit right and a bit down, I think. So 150 to, actually no, yeah, 160 to the right. There we go. All right, and then down, so this will be 280, 285. There we go. All right. It's not beautiful hair, but hey, it's not terrible hair either. Maybe if I add some roundedness to it. Oh, gorgeous. Gorgeous. I love it. I think this is fantastic. Cool. So you guys can now take this code and use this code to make any of your own stuff. All right, and if you don't have access to this code all lies in the Discord channel that's part of the Strive League. So if you're not part of the Strive League, you guys can register on our website and join the Discord group. And that's it for the class. If you have any questions, you guys can ask these questions on the YouTube group for the last few minutes. How do we do this? The way you do this is in the beginner workshop you come over here and you can click the YouTube. You can click YouTube over here. When you click YouTube, then you can come in here and be like, hello. And then I'll answer questions on this YouTube channel. All right, so you guys can all just come in and drop in a comment over here. And that's about it. If there are no more questions, then we'll see you all back in the Zoom later on. If there are no more questions. Oh, Tamiro, thank you for getting the code for me and putting that in the Zoom. Questions going once. Questions going twice. Questions going 3 times. Awesome. All right, that's about it. Cool. This is a wrap. We are stopping this live stream link. I hope we get to see you again next month. We will do a lot more cool stuff. And this is just the start, so I'll see you all in the Zoom. Bye, everybody.